We got a great boxing card this week on PBC pay-per-view, also streaming on Prime Video. I think this is the first one they do it on Prime Video. We have a stat card. I want to just start with the undercard and work my way up to the main event. First fight on the card, we got Carlos Adams versus Terrell Gasha. Carlos is 23-1 with 18 knockouts, and Terrell is 24-3-1 with 12 knockouts. Terrell is the plus 500 underdog. Carlos is a negative 750 favorite, the favorite for this fight. I've seen Carlos fight a couple of times, so I'm gonna rock with him since he's a heavily favored. So that'll be my pick for the first fight on the card. The next fight on the card we have is Gary Russell Jr. He is 17-0. Damn, 17-0 with 17 knockouts versus Alberto Pulo, 20-0 with 10 knockouts. Pulo is a plus 475 underdog, and Russell is a negative 700 favorite. So I'm gonna still rock with Russell. I'm a big fan of him. Big fan of his I want to say his pop. Is it his pops or his brother? One or two. I'm pretty sure it's his brother. But the older one, the other brother, I just like his fighting style, man. Like with that weight, what they like at 130 something, pretty much almost like 140. At that weight, it's just a lot of speed, and once you get to seeing him knockouts, like I said, he's 17 with 100% KO rating. So I'm thinking he's gonna get him a knockout maybe in the early round. So I'm gonna say about maybe 4 or 5. He takes Alberto out back and kick his ass. So I'm gonna go with Gary Russell with that one. Co-main event of the night, we have Vazdik. He is a one at 175. He is 21 and 6 with he's 21 20 wins, 1 loss with 16 knockouts versus David Benavidez, who is 28-0 with 24 knockouts. The monster, the Mexican monster, first fight at 175. If you haven't been following the news, at 168, Benavidez was trying to fight all the top dudes. The main person with all the belts is Canelo. He didn't want to get him that fight. I know they've been having rumors that contracts been sent, and Canelo's just not accepting that fight. Nothing against him, man. But then, like I said, when it comes to certain fighters, once you get put up on a pedestal, if you've been pound for pound at some point in your career or a majority of your career, because it's been a streak where Canelo's been number one for like 5-6 years. I want to say until he lost to Dimitri Bivol. So with him holding up the division, not wanting to defend those belts, Benavidez only being 27 years old is like, look, man, I want the fight, but if you don't want to fight me, I got to keep moving and start collecting some belts. So salute to the Mexican monster going up in weight to fight somebody, but he's already known to be a bigger fighter at this division. So with him being at 175, I've been looking at the videos and he'd be saying like it really wasn't too much hard to cut because he only had to lose a couple pounds, and he feel better at this weight because he don't have to lose all that weight to make weight for the fights or whatever. So I'm going with the Mexican monster, David Benavidez. He's just been one of my favorites over these last couple of years, with him being able to accept his responsibility and with all the trouble past that he had, for him to come back and still be undefeated and taking this serious, knowing that he can possibly be a top 5 fighter very soon in the near future. So I'm rocking with the David Benavidez until somebody prove me otherwise. So that's what I got for the co-main event. The main event of the evening, man, a great fight that's going to be going on. We got Frank the Ghost Martin, 18-0 with 12 knockouts. We got him going against the WBA champion, Gervonta Tank Davis, 29 wins, 0 losses, 27 knockouts. Negative 700 for the favorite, plus 475 for the underdog. Just by looking at the body of these guys, like the body work on these dudes, Gervonta has beat more well-known fighters. I think Frank maybe got one or two people that, if you actually watch that division, you would know that they fought somebody. Um, this is a big step up for him, and I think that's why he's a heavy underdog. But he's the bigger fighter. Tank is only 5'5". Frank Frank is 5'8". So he's a little bit taller. He got more muscle, and he's a bigger guy. But it just seems like to me, from looking at the press conference stuff, Tank really been in this dude head. He been trolling him all week. In his corner is Errol Spence Jr. Tank and Spence don't fuck with each other, so they've been going back and forth with each other. And Errol Spence was just telling Frank, because he flinched at the little face off, he ended up fucking around flinching. And I know a lot of people like, man, what's the big deal about that? When you watch boxing, if you can make somebody flinch or like jump out their skin or get out their character during that, you already winning that war. You up one, because if they go into that fight pissed off, they completely forget their game plan. They get out there and get cracked. So it can also go another way. You can be on the short end of the stick and fuck around and go out there and be doing all that talking like AB did just a couple weeks ago and get your fucking tooth knocked off with your head knocked off the ropes. So I don't think Tank is that type of dude. He hasn't fought since Ryan Garcia. He ended up violating his probation and all that type of stuff. He ended up doing a little jail term. Had to do it. I think he did a couple months maybe. And this is gonna be his first fight back, man. But he's hungry. And he said he gotta make an example out of Frank. I think Frank is a great fighter, but I just think it's still Tank time. Like right now, I don't think nobody's messing with Tank. He's got to continue fighting those top dudes. Frank is a solid opponent, but I just think that Tank is able to put him down maybe in the late rounds. If I had to make with my prediction, I'm going to say a late stoppage, maybe round 9 or 10. Tank could put him down. If not, I can see Tank just gonna have to outbox him, but he's gonna have to land the power shots. I think Frank might be a little bit scared to engage once Tank start putting that pressure on him, and once he feel Tank power. So I am rocking with Tank Davis. I'm always rock with him until somebody prove me otherwise in that division. So just to recap my predictions for tomorrow night, I got Carlos Adams. I got Gary Russell Jr., David Benavidez in the co-main event. And for the main event of the evening, I'm rocking with Tank Davis with a late stoppage. Like, share, subscribe to the Meet You from the Midwest podcast for your latest boxing updates. I'll be here all week. One after the fights to go off maybe Sunday or Monday. I'll get back on here and tell y'all what I thought about the fight. If y'all leave y'all predictions down up in the comments, I really appreciate that. Just want to tap in with y'all, see how y'all feeling about this fight for all the boxing fans out there. Like, share, subscribe to the Meet You from the Meet You from the Midwest podcast on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.